Good afternoon again. This is kind of take two because I completely forgot a suit last time. So I'm doing it over again. And here in the middle, I kind of had a setup to show what you can do with the Art of Life tarot deck, the little frame that comes with it. But I set this part yesterday. And this is kind of a reminder to myself that this is starting tomorrow is Inktober, which I'm going to mutate into something I'm calling, I know I said ink and this is a pencil, but this is like top of the line pencils. These are great. I've had 2 or 3 of them for years and years, and I just bought this the other day. Mine did not have this fancy top where you can pull the eraser out and replace it. But they're nice, they're soft, they're just great. They make great lines. And I don't see myself as restricted during Inktober to do anything in any particular way other than to do something, which I already do anyway, sketch something every day. I see that as the point of it. Other people see other things, and that's fine. But here's the Art of Life tarot deck. It comes with this cool little frame where you can slide in the card of the day or whatever, month, whatever. But I noticed you could push in from the side 2 other cards. So I have 2 cards from this deck. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But they're kind of cool. It seems to go together, kind of. So that was my 5 of Swords. I won't read all that to you. Just thought you might be interested in another way to set it up. Deck I wanted to show is I've crawled back out from under the emotional rock I've been under. Or if I was to be a dork and use my channel name, I would say that I've slipped another one of those emotional traps you can get into. And I think I kind of have, but we'll see. Maybe that'll be part of, to deal with things, part of Inktober. Like I say, call it Shrinktober. But shrink actually in 3 or 4 different ways. Not just psychology, but otherwise. But here's the box that came in. This is neatly packaged. It comes from North Carolina, I believe, is where Philip Young and Sasha Campbell are located or went to school or whatever. So that is one of the nicer boxes. But I'm fairly certain it's not a deck I will use. I do admire that they put all this effort in it. I could only find 1 video on YouTube, which is their promo marketing kind of thing. Video. It's 238 pages, the book. Chunky thing. It's kind of separate from the box, which is okay. I kind of marked this page. I'm not sure why. I like the quickest history of tarot and the history of tarot. Then it's got this, the best way to drill the meanings. Right away, that would be something I would not recommend, or if I was teaching someone, if you can call it that, it would not have been something my grandmother would have approved of for sure. But, and I'm not using her words here, this is kind of me, but she would have said something like this: life is more like a square peg, or more like a square peg, and these predefined meanings that are in tarot are like round holes, and it's almost impossible to put a square peg in a round hole unless you shave some of it off. And there are 4 suits: air, earth, fire, and water. There's this bizarre meta pattern which kind of says for each suit what the energy is. From 6 through 10 there are double cards, positive, negative, positive, negative. And then they do have a chart for all this with little keywords. So it's interesting. I admire that much effort. Anytime you repeat something 78 times and write 238 pages, you deserve a little credit. Okay, quite a lot of credit actually. But here's the Fool card, or as they have at the bottom, Leap of Faith. There is some kind of coating or poor lamination, something going on, but like with a lot of darkish, blackish decks, they chip along the edge. The back is horrible. Giant letters. Tarot of the Human Experience. Got it. It was on the box. It's on the book. Now it's on the back of every card. You could have just had this. I mean, that'd be fine, right? So, my complaint. But I probably wouldn't use them anyway. They do remind me of a couple decks I've done. I think 2, maybe 3. From like Polaroid cameras. Sometimes they're pictures of pictures. Or pictures of negatives, whatever. And then you kind of use a grease pencil to write along that. Polaroid comes out in like a squarish thing. There's a white border and you can write on there. That's what they kind of remind me of, but I think they've been adjusted, photoshopped, as people say. So there's the Minor Arcana, 3 rows of 7. Nothing really jumps out at me in terms of art-wise, but this isn't always about the art, I guess. This book's in the way. Thank you. So here's our first suit, which is water, I believe. And here we go with the positive negative. That's positive 6. That's the negative 6. That's the positive 7. That's the negative 7. Positive 8. Negative 8. Positive 9. Negative 9. Positive 10. Negative 10. And then what could be court cards? Water to air. Water to water. Water to earth. Water to fire. Not sure, without reading the book, what exactly is that trying to tell me? Although I think I know, I won't say. Here is fire. There's the positive 6, solving. The negative 6, cheating. The positive 7, engineering. The negative 7, pretending. Like a mirror reflection. Positive 8. Negative 8. Positive 9. Negative 9. Oh my. Positive 10. Negative 10. Throw a little bondage in there. There's what might be the court cards. Here comes Woo. Dude. I know. These are air. Yes, air. There's positive 6, understanding, negative 6, positive 7, negative 7, not sure, I guess that's one of the creators, positive 8, negative 8, and he's trying to hammer in a screw, who hasn't done that, positive 9, negative 9, positive 10. Oh look, psychoanalysis. Couch, chair. Freud, or actually before Freud probably. He just popularized it. I think it's definitely before Freud. Although people give Jung a little too much credit for some things. Should remember Freud did a lot of things. That's just the part of culture now. I think this is where I ended last time, so I'm going to go to the last one this time. Here it comes. What is this? This is Earth, they're calling it. I better double check. Okay, there's Earth. There's positive 6. Not sure what they're doing there. There's negative 6. Positive 7. Negative 7. Positive 8. Negative 8. That might be the first time I've seen an ashtray. A tarot deck. Positive 9. Okay. Negative 9. Not sure you can kill a lot of weeds with a spray can. +10, that's nice. I like that one. I forget what it's called when the background is deliberately out of focus like that. -10. I guess they're destroying their pillows. And then the court cards. And make sure I got them all this time. I think so. So that was hopefully a quick show of Play the Game of Life, Tarot the Human Experience, by Philip Young, PhD, and Sasha Campbell. There are a lot of Sashas in the tarot world. So with that, have a great weekend. I say peace.